For centuries, beer has been an accessible drink for the masses around the world. Its lightness and lower alcohol percentage makes it easier to enjoy than its more spirited cousins. It's easy to brew, if you know how to make it, and even easier to make seriously refreshing. But what you might not know is, it takes a village to make one cup. So, let's take a look at the people behind the beer you love.
Hello, Sam Calagione here, brewer and founder of Dogfish Head. There's this Bavarian beer purity law called the Reinheitsgebot that was established in the year 1516, where the Bavarian government basically mandated that beer could only be made with 4 ingredients: water, malt, hops, yeast. And then globally, all the diversity and color and dynamic, creativity was kind of sucked out of the commercial brewing industry globally. However, we at Dogfish have always looked at the Reinheitsgebot as a relatively modern form of art censorship, because human beings have been making beer for 10,000 years, and this law has only existed for 500 of those 10,000 years. So if you look back through millennia, thousands of years ago, every culture in every corner of America made and defined beer just by what was beautiful and grew under the earth that they lived on. So that's kind of the longest tradition of brewing, and that's the tradition that Dogfish embraces, is let's look at the whole world the way a chef can.
Because of Sam's dedication to pushing the culinary boundaries through beer, he's taken Dogfish Head's brand to the upper echelon of America's favorite craft brews. And now, he's bringing that innovation to Miami, with plenty of tricks up his sleeve.
And so to come and open our brewery here in southern Florida that has one of the most diverse and dynamic agricultural bounties of any region in the world just makes sense. It's like being a painter and coming in with a palette and having almost this limitless number of colors to create with, and that's going to reverberate not just through the liquid but through the designs on the cans as we do our tart series, working with local artists here in the art district, as we design our space, as we think about the impressions of all the sensory inputs, from how methodical we are with our playlists to the descriptors that we hand painted on the wall to talk about our handmade liquids. We're trying to be really, really thoughtful about it, but it's really all centered around the amazing agricultural bounty of southern Florida.
And another thing I wanted to comment on, when you think of like the classic ingredients of beer, you got your water, your malt, hops, and yeast. Fruit adds another interesting ingredient layer that takes it in a completely different direction.
And to bring in that special flavor, Dogfish Head is working with some of Florida's most flourishing figures in the agriculture community, from University of Florida's Institute of Food and Agricultural Sciences to powerful farmers in their own backyard.
I'm the biggest and the onlyest starfruit grower. There is no one else who's growing more than a few trees. This cultivar of starfruit popularized. This is an Arkin, which has the unique characteristics of having the right height to the width of the ribs, the right fatness between the ribs, the right flavor profile.
You can taste these fruits and this attention to detail inside plenty of Dogfish Head's most popular beers at their new Miami brewery in the heart of Wynwood. Sip through sours, ales, and lager while you sit back and enjoy a drink that has traveled thousands of years through multiple continents and a few very creative minds to get inside your pint. Every beer has a story, and Sam and his team at Dogfish Head are its ultimate storytellers.